Welcome to Elder Secrets, where age is just a number and wisdom is power. Today's story will leave you speechless. She's 98 years old and still runs like she's half her age. What's her secret? Stay with us, because what you're about to hear might just change how you age forever.
Welcome to the deep dive. We've dug into the sources you sent about Margaret Chen.
Incredible stuff, really.
Right. And we're pulling out the key insights for you.
To get you right up to speed.
Exactly. So today, we're diving into a story that really flips the script on, aging potential. Picture this. 6 a.m. Tuesday morning. Crisp. Most folks are hitting snooze, but she's out there. Park trails, confident strides, silver ponytail. You can just see the determination.
And she's 98 years old.
98.
Yeah.
And not just walking, running.
It's amazing.
We're talking about Margaret Chen. She's been defying expectations for, almost 80 years?
Pretty much her whole adult life.
And you'd think, okay, what's the secret? Some, crazy expensive supplement. Cutting-edge treatment only the rich can afford.
Right, that's what you'd expect.
But no, what we found in your sources, it's simpler. Much simpler. And honestly, kind of shocking how accessible it is.
That's the really interesting part.
So our mission today,
Yeah.
unpack her life, her journey.
Yeah.
Figure out the real truth behind this incredible vitality.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's unpack this. We got to go way back. 1945. War's just ended. Margaret's 21, just out of college. Energetic, restless. Leaves rural Minnesota, heads to Chicago, big city bustle. But she feels trapped, misses moving, racing her brothers in the fields.
The freedom.
Exactly. So she discovers running. But you have to get the context here.
Yeah.
1940s. Women did not run for exercise.
No way. Not at all.
Doctors, the medical establishment, they actually thought it could damage women's insides, their reproductive systems.
It sounds crazy now, but that was the prevailing thought. Marathons were strictly men only. Even jogging was seen as, inappropriate. Unladylike.
It's almost unfathomable today, isn't it? Just how truly radical her choice was.
Absolutely. It wasn't just about fitness. It was, an act of defiance.
Yeah.
Deeply defiant against everything culture and medicine were saying.
She was stepping way outside the box for women back then. No role models, no support groups, nothing.
Zero.
And that defiance, it was there from the start. Her family, mortified.
Oh, I bet.
Mom's writing frantic letters, dad's threatening to cut her off financially. Her friends genuinely thought she'd kind of lost it.
Wow. Real pressure.
But Margaret didn't care about appropriate. Laced up some tennis shoes, put on a simple cotton dress,
A cotton
and
dress.
just started running.
Yeah.
Through Chicago streets.
Yeah.
People staring, confused, disapproving,
Yeah.
outright shocked.
I can only imagine the looks she got.
But she just kept running. Bitter winters, sticky summers. Didn't matter if she was happy, sad, confused. She ran.
It became something else for her.
Totally. Her meditation, her therapy, her connection to something, bigger than herself.
Yeah.
Okay, so fast forward to the 50s. She's got this routine locked down, 5:30 a.m. every single day. Rain, shine, doesn't matter. She runs.
That consistency is key. We'll come back to that.
And then she meets Robert. He's a high school track coach. Apparently, he first noticed her because she ran with better form than half his athletes.
That's great.
And he didn't try to stop her or change her. He encouraged her, helped her with technique, even disguised her sometimes so she could sneak into races.
Because women weren't allowed. Still,
that point about Robert's support, it's just huge, isn't it, when you think about the bigger picture?
Oh, absolutely crucial. Women's athletics face so much resistance institutionally, socially. Having a partner who didn't just accept it, but actively supported it, that's incredibly rare. Transformative, really.
Yeah, it gave her that foundation. Then came the kids, 3 and 5 years.
Wow, busy times.
Right, and the classic challenge, motherhood versus self. The wisdom back then was good mothers sacrifice everything.
Put yourself last. Always.
But Margaret, found another way, woke up even earlier, 4:30 a.m. now, to get a run in before they woke up.
Dedication.
And she involved them, pushing a jogging stroller, kids biking alongside her later.
That's fantastic.
She wasn't just managing, she was teaching them something huge. Self-care isn't selfish. Strength, determination. Those are female qualities too.
Such a powerful message, especially then. It really shows her inner conviction, right? She just ignored the societal the medical warnings.
Rudely ignore them.
And listened to her own body, her instincts. Showed her kids that trusting yourself matters more than what everyone else thinks.
Then the 60s roll around. Culture's shifting, women are pushing boundaries.
Big changes happening.
And Margaret suddenly finds herself this accidental pioneer in the women's athletics. People start talking about this mom of three who can outrun guys half her age.
The word gets out.
Then 1967, she's 43, watching the news, sees Catherine Switzer running Boston, first woman to officially do it with all the drama.
Oh, yeah, that iconic moment.
Margaret just turns to Robert and says, really simply, I could do that.
Love it. No hesitation.
And she did. But training for a marathon back then,
Yeah.
totally different world. No fancy shoe stores, no GPS, no internet plans.
You were really on your own.
She just kind of cobbled together her own program, focused on consistency, getting enough rest, and this is important, finding joy in it.
Keeping it enjoyable.
Her first official marathon, 1968. She's 44, finishes in 3 hours, 47 minutes, which is seriously impressive even now.
That's a great time.
Local paper runs a tiny story, page 6. Local mother completes marathon.
Huh. Just a little footnote. But what's amazing looking back is she was intuitively doing things sports science wouldn't really confirm for decades.
Like what?
Well, the absolute need for consistency, listening to your body, specifically your body, not following some generic fad, the importance of rest and recovery. She figured that out herself, just through paying attention, way ahead of the curve.
Through self-awareness. Incredible. Okay, so Margaret hits her 50s. And this is where it gets really interesting, I think. She starts getting faster.
Right, when conventional wisdom says you should be slowing way down.
Exactly. Her friends are maybe starting to complain about aches, accepting it as part of aging. Margaret's improving her race times. Her endurance is going up.
They just flew in the face of everything people thought about getting older and performance.
Researchers later put a name on it, right?
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah, they talk about consistent moderate intensity exercise over an extended period, which, okay, it's accurate. But it kind of misses the magic, doesn't it?
It does, because the truly compelling part, the deeper thing Margaret learned, was how to listen.
Yes, that's the core of it.
She tuned out the noise.
Yeah.
The experts, the doubters, the friends maybe saying, Maggie, take it easy, act your age.
All that external chatter.
She listened inside, to her body, her heart, that quiet inner voice just saying, keep going.
That inner wisdom.
It sounds simple, maybe, but think about it. How often do we really do that today? In this world just flooded with information and opinions.
It's incredibly hard. We're always looking outside for answers.
But she rested when her body said rest, pushed when she felt genuinely ready, changed things up intuitively if something wasn't working, no rigid plans dictated by someone else.
Just deep self-understanding, following her own signals.
By her 60th birthday, that's 1984, she'd run over 50 marathons, held a bunch of age group records, all by following that inner compass.
And that ability to tune out the noise and trust your internal cues. It's so rare and so powerful, it let her adapt and keep going instead of getting sidetracked by trends or other people's limits. Real self-trust.
Then the 80s. This becomes the golden age of masters athletics. And Margaret, without even trying, kind of becomes a poster child for it.
Just by being herself, doing her thing.
Exactly. Just kept running her miles, loving the freedom.
And here's another really crucial piece the sources point to. Community and purpose. Running gave her a tribe, didn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Like-minded people. An identity, goals, something beyond just being a wife and mom, as important as those were. Those social connections, that sense of purpose, they're just as vital for healthy aging as the physical stuff.
Absolutely. That sense of belonging, staying engaged. So she gets into her 70s, the 1990s, starts noticing, subtle changes.
Body sending new signals.
Yeah. Recovery takes a bit longer. Maybe her pace isn't quite what it was. But instead of seeing it as like the end or a limitation, she saw it as information.
Ah, that reframing is key.
Right. Just data. So she adjusted, shifted her focus a bit, less purely on performance, more on consistency, enjoyment. Added cross-training, swimming, cycling.
Smart adaptation.
She worked with aging,
Yeah.
not against it, adapted instead of just resisting. And then, 1994, age 70, she runs her 100th marathon in Boston.
Full circle, back to the race that inspired her.
Exactly. Media attention starts picking up more, but she stays focused, just putting one foot in front of the other.
Still grounded.
Then the new millennium hits. She's 76. And she faces maybe the toughest challenge of her whole running life.
Which was?
Robert. Her husband, almost 50 years together, he gets diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Oh, wow. That's devastating.
And for the first time in 55 years, Margaret actually considered quitting running.
I can understand why. The demands of caregiving.
Immense. Exhaustion, the emotional drain, the responsibility, It's overwhelming. Anyone would reconsider their own pursuits.
And this brings up such an important point, doesn't it? How often caregivers sacrifice their own well-being. They feel it's a luxury they can't afford.
Exactly. They put themselves completely on the back burner.
But Margaret's decision here, it shows incredible wisdom. She realized running wasn't the luxury. It was the necessity.
Precisely. She knew it was essential for her physical strength, her mental health, just basic stress relief, staying connected to herself.
She needed it to keep going, for him too.
So she adapted again. Shorter runs maybe, different times a day, got help from family and friends, and crucially, she refused to feel guilty about it.
That's huge, letting go of the guilt.
She knew she couldn't be her best for Robert if she wasn't taking care of herself first. After he passed away in 2003, she was 79 then. She didn't stop. She actually doubled down on running.
Wow.
It became her anchor, her way to process the grief. Her community rallied around her. And get this, in her 80s, she starts pursuing new goals.
Like what? More marathons?
Trail marathons, ultra-distance races, 50-mile events through mountains, at an age when most people are just hoping to avoid a fall.
50 miles in her 80s. That's just unbelievable.
Right. So by her 80th birthday, yeah, she's a running celebrity. World records, 200-plus marathons. But if you actually talk to her, the sources say the accolades, the fame, that wasn't the driver.
No, it clearly wasn't about external validation for her. And this points directly to what researchers call intrinsic motivation. Meaning she ran because of the internal rewards, the joy it brought her, how it made her feel alive, connected to her true self. It wasn't about medals or applause.
Which is why it lasted, right? External stuff fades.
Exactly. Intrinsic motivation is renewable. It comes from within, from satisfaction, from meaning. That's the fuel for long-term commitment, especially through tough times.
So what's the takeaway? Where does this all lead? It seems like the deepest part of her secret. It's about mindset, what psychologists call a growth mindset.
Or what Margaret herself just calls staying curious.
Yeah, I like that. Staying curious.
A growth mindset, basically, is believing your abilities aren't fixed, that you can develop them through dedication, hard work, learning. Margaret just lived this. Her constant curiosity, her willingness to adapt and learn, it's textbook growth mindset.
Right. Look back. Challenges were just learning opportunities. Skepticism about women running became motivation, balancing motherhood, creative solutions, aging, adjustment, not surrender.
Always finding a way forward.
And it wasn't just running. She read constantly, traveled, had friends of all ages, never felt too old. Learned to swim at 75 for triathlons. Started yoga at 85, strength training at 90.
Incredible. Each new thing met with that same curiosity, that same trust in her ability to figure it out.
And the science backs this up, doesn't it? The research you mentioned.
Absolutely. Her body aged incredibly slowly. Biologically, she was decades younger than her calendar age. Strong heart, strong bones, great balance, sharp memory.
And it wasn't just the exercise.
Well, the consistent exercise was obviously huge for slowing the aging process. But the real secret weapon seems to be the mental habits that running cultivated. That growth mindset, that resilience. That's what underpinned the physical results, it seems.
So today, Margaret's 98, still running.
Still going?
Not as far, not as fast, maybe 2 or 3 miles, gentler pace. But the sources say the joy, the satisfaction, still there, strong as ever, lives on her own, keeps her routine.
Amazing.
Her philosophy boiled down. Keep moving forward.
Simple, right, but powerful. It's not about being the fastest or the best. It's about momentum, engagement, refusing to believe your best days are automatically behind you.
Just keep showing up.
She has this great quote. The biggest mistake people make is thinking that aging means you have to stop growing. They retire from life instead of retiring from work.
Oof, that hits home, doesn't it? Retiring from life.
And when researchers looked at her whole life, they pinpointed those key factors. The regular exercise, yes, but also strength, flexibility, whole foods, those vital social connections, purpose, managing stress through activity, staying curious intellectually, being optimistic, and that growth mindset weaving through it all.
And the key point you made earlier.
That it's all accessible. There's nothing here that requires immense wealth or obscure knowledge. It's about choices, habits, mindset, things most people can cultivate.
Exactly. Margaret isn't some genetic freak of nature. She's a blueprint, a living demonstration of what's possible if we just challenge our own assumptions about aging.
What we think is possible for ourselves.
Her big insight. It's shocking because it's so simple, really. Cultivate that growth mindset. Stay curious. Trust your inner wisdom. Show up consistently.
Simple, but not easy. requires commitment.
Right. When asked for advice, her answer was just pure Margaret.
What did she say?
She said, start where you are. Just start where you are with what you have, doing what you can do today, then tomorrow do it again. Just listen to yourself, not to what other people tell you. Trust yourself. You know more than you think you do.
Powerful advice. Trust yourself.
So what does this mean for you listening right now? Margaret's story. It's not really about whether you can run a marathon at 98.
Not the point at all.
It's about embracing that attitude toward growth, toward possibility. Your journey, whatever it looks like it, can start today, right now. The secret isn't finding the perfect plan or waiting for everything to be just right.
No magic bullet.
The secret is just beginning, showing up, and believing, really believing. That growth, possibility, they don't have expiration dates.